Hey, what is up? Thanks very much for tuning in to this second video of my channel. Again, I've been super excited to upload it and I've really appreciated everyone's response to the first video. Within this video, I want to show you a short clip of me working out. I'm going to show you a clip of me changing my insulin pump and then how I deal with my sugar levels when I'm about to eat and how that works. This is a light-hearted video, there's no serious content as of yet, that's to come. If you do like it, please give me a like, thumbs up and a share. Your messages so far have been amazing, thanks very much. Keep coming.
I don't know just why I love you so. Maybe it's just the way that God made me this day.
So obviously not only does exercise have a positive impact regarding your general well-being, but for diabetics it increases insulin sensitivity, which essentially means we don't need as much insulin for the same amount of carbohydrates that we take post-exercise. Diabetics do need to be wary of our sugar levels dipping too low and also not training when they're too high. Therefore I recommend and I'll always encourage diabetics to always prepare for exercise, whether that's testing before, during and post performance, and in correcting your sugar levels, whether it's adding insulin or adding sugar to your body to help you overcome whatever situation you're in. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the introduction to the video. I'm now going to take you through the change of my pump because today is the day of change. So this is all the kit that I need to change my pump. It's going off right now, it's telling me, George, you haven't changed me, change me. So here it is. So to start with, for the pump I need to be able to make room in this little hole here, for the new cartridge to go in. So I have to set the pump, and as you can see there, the pump is now starting to rewind backwards from 0 units all the way to 200. So while that's going on, I will take my insulin, my Nova Rapid insulin as a vial. I will put my syringe together and I will start taking the insulin out from the vial. This needle then must go into sharp spots for protection. The pump has just told me that it's ready, so it's got enough space in the hole to fit the cartridge. So I need to get my tube. How look, it's twisted, it's like headphones. The ready-made insulin cartridge that I've just done, twisting it on. I can then put this into the pump. I then ask the pump to load the cartridge. So it's loading the cartridge ready. Once the cartridge is ready, you press continue, and then you have to prime it so it can then start going through this tube to the needle, because if I put it into my body now, it's got all of this time to fill up before it actually goes into me, so you've got to make it ready. So I'm going to prime it, I'm going to watch the insulin come out the end. Okay, it's gone through the end, I know it's ready to go. The next bit I need to do is actually fit it to my skin, to my body, and I put it just below my back, just at the start of my hip here. People put it on their stomachs, on their abdominals, people put it on their arms, the back of their arms, on their legs. I like to put it just at my hip. So basically you have this compartment here. So this is where the cannula comes from. Okay, so these blue pads here need to run flush, like so, with the skin. You pull this back, you squeeze when it's flush on the skin, and it shoots out. And shoots out the needle. It's really not that bad. Shoots out the needle, you don't really feel it. Shoots out the needle and brings out the needle and leaves a tube inside. I'm now ready to put this into the side, and I'm good to go. So I've just made myself some lunch. I've just made some boiled eggs, avocado, toast, and some spinach. But before I talk about what I'm going to eat and how I deal with what I eat, for those that don't know, type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease. Essentially, in our bodies, our immune system starts to fight off foreign bodies to stop any illnesses. So for me and other diabetics, our immune system goes a little overboard and starts to attack the pancreas, the area that produces the insulin to be able to help regulate blood sugar. So that's what insulin does, it helps regulate blood sugar. Now, this isn't just sugar, candy or soda. This is carbohydrates, this is breads, this is pastas. This is all sorts of carbohydrates in every single edible food, because essentially carbohydrates get broken down into glucose and it's sugar. So after the immune system attacks the pancreas, it then gives up, it dies. So we've got pancreases inside us, but they completely don't work. So we have to give ourselves insulin externally. Now people do that through syringes, people do that through insulin pens, putting a needle on the end, dialing up how much you need and putting it into the skin. Others use insulin pumps, which is what I use. As a diabetic, if you don't put the right amount of insulin into your body to the amount of sugar that you have eaten, your levels are going to rise and rise and rise, and that's really dangerous. You're gonna have an illness called diabetic ketoacidosis. First time. Ketoacidosis. It's really dangerous. It's actually really severe. You can go into comas and you can die from it. It's really important to keep those sugar levels regulated to stop this from happening. DKA, diabetic ketoacidosis, can occur in type 2 diabetes, but it's more predominantly in type 1, because type 2, some type 2 diabetics can still produce insulin. Their pancreases haven't been destroyed as much as type 1s have. I currently regulate my blood sugar with a CGM, which is a continuous glucose monitoring system. It's an implant that I have on my arm, just here, that keeps track of my sugar 24 hours a day for 2 weeks. This lasts 2 weeks. Once this is done, then I change arms. I have a device for it, so I use the Freestyle Libre. Before I have food, I will put it to my arm. So today my sugar levels haven't been that good, they've been quite high. I'm currently 14.1. Before I eat, I will tell my insulin pump I am 14.1. I'm going to tell my pump how much carbohydrates I'm going to be consuming. And then from there it will work out the correct amount of units that will bring my sugar level down even when I'm eating. Like I said, I've got the breads, the toast, each slice is 12 grams of carbohydrates, so we've got 24 grams right there. Avocados are predominantly about 9 grams carbohydrate, and then eggs, I've got 2 eggs, usually float around 1 to 1.5 grams of carbohydrate. So I'm looking at around early 30s, 35 grams carbohydrate. So I'll get my insulin pump out, I will tell my insulin pump how many carbohydrates I'm about to consume. So I'm going to put in 35, add blood sugar, 14.1. It's telling me that I'm high, I already know I'm high. And it's my result, shows me 9.05 units of insulin to be put in. I press go, and off it goes. As quickly explained in the intro of this video, before we get into the serious content of why I've started this channel, I wanted this video just to be an insight into my daily life, how I deal with my food and my insulin, my medication, and how I change it all. I'm loving the experience of making these videos at the moment for you guys. I've had a lot of feedback, some really nice comments, which is very humbling. Keep telling me what you want me to talk about. The next few videos coming up are going to be the serious content, which I'm really looking forward to putting out there for you.